It's story time, folks, from the restaurant stories. I've been working in restaurants since 2012 and up in maybe 2017 or so. There was, I was already pretty deep in my tea career at the time. I had opened my own importing agency, and yeah, I've been bringing stuff in already for privately for a number of years, but like officially for at least a year. Well, and my focus has always been like bring in the best that I can possibly find. So I had this tea menu at the restaurant that I was working at, 30 something teas long. I was very proud of it. You know, I spent a lot of years working on that menu. And the reason why I have it is for customers who don't drink alcohol. Give them an alternative, something interesting to drink so that they can have like a memorable experience. That was my goal. That was our goal in getting me to learn all this stuff. So this guy and his wife come for dinner. Sit in the corner. It was like a mafia table. This guy is 60 something years old probably. He's well retired. So he's an older Chinese couple. They are an older Chinese couple. We saw they weren't drinking. I was sent over there, tea menu in hand. Hello, sir. Hello, miss. My name is Josh. I'd like to help you. If you're interested at all in the world of tea, do you drink tea? Oh, yes, we drink tea every day, they said. Great. If you're interested, this is our tea menu. And tea is what I study. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So he opens up the menu, looks at it, about 3 seconds, about just like that, closes it, puts it down. I'm fine, thanks, he says. I'm like, are you sure? I promise it's great. And he said, look, I don't know if he said kid. In my mind, I remember him saying kid though. Look, kid, there's no way you're gonna show me something here that I never had before. There's no way you're gonna show me something here that's at a quality level anywhere close to what I've had. So I'm fine. And I was like, fuck, really? In my head, I'm like, what the fuck? There's no way you can make a claim like that. But anyway, I said, okay. Do you study tea or something, sir? Is that your field? And he said, no, I'm Chinese. I was born drinking tea out of the teat, basically, he said. And I said, okay. If you don't study something, I really don't think you gain the same kind of level of knowledge as you do as someone who does. Age is irrelevant here, I think. And, you know, if you insist that I couldn't show you a Chinese tea that would surprise you, look, I'll back off. But I'm quite sure I could show you a Japanese tea or an Indian tea or, you know, something else that would like really wow you. He's like, fuck Japan. I'm like, okay, all right. I don't drink Japanese tea. That's that. And I said, okay. Cool. And I think I backed off at that point. I was a little bit like dumbfounded. And there's a table like right next to him that could hear everything. And they were from the States. I remember they're from Texas. And they were listening to the whole thing. And so how did I do it? Eventually I went back and I said, sir, I insist that you have tea here tonight. I'll make you anything you want. On me. It's my treat. I want to prove you wrong. Now it's like a battle of face almost. To which he rejected that. He said, no, I'm not having tea tonight. And I'm not going to force him to drink fucking tea. So I said, okay. I tried. In my head, I tried. It was maybe a little bit more diplomatic than that I just said just now. But I walked away. I did the rest of like my night. I'm busy doing other things too, of course. So before he left, though, I packaged up some tea in a container and I gave it to him. I said, "Sir, I'm sorry about before. I overstepped my lines as a server. I didn't mean to offend you. I hope I didn't offend you. I hope that you can accept this tea as a gift of peace, if you will. And drink it at home one day with your wife, maybe. And I think you'll really enjoy it." And I gave him like 10 grams of a really good Da Hong Pao. So, rock oolong. Anyway, and one that I'm quite sure that he would be familiar with and that he would already really like. And then he said, "Look, do you have any Shou Mei tea here?" Kind of saying that in a sense that looks like he might change his mind. He might have some tea. And I said, "Shou Mei? What's that?" And that's when I lost the war. He's like, "Wait a second. You said you know a lot about tea, but you don't know about Shou Mei?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I've never heard of that." And he said, "Okay, well, maybe you should read some more books, kid." And I was like, "Okay." I went home that night. I'm thinking, I have like a 25-minute drive home. And the whole way I was thinking, what the fuck is Shou Mei? What is this? How could I not know something that he's gonna name drop like that? Something so famous, right? I have such an I was if I can say I'm impressed with my own list, maybe that's being a little bit crazy, but I have a very impressive tea menu at that place. So I go online, I go on to Google, Shou Mei, what is that? Click it. Shou Mei is the most basic ass form of white tea that exists. It is the cheapest, it is the simplest. This was the one I didn't know. I have the best form of white tea. I have the second best form of white tea. I didn't really think that I need to know or care about the stuff that comes below that. So, out of sight, out of mind. Never looked into it. So this guy asked me if I know the cheapest one. I didn't know it. Now he has his opinion of me forever, unfortunately. I never have seen him since. And I have to live with that. Sucks. So I've had a couple Shou Mei since then. I mean, I'll drink them whenever I can. They don't come up too often in the world that I try to live in terms of what I bring in and stuff like that. But so there's this saying in Chinese that when you get white tea, in the year that it's made, it's tea. It's a drink, you can drink it, it's fine. But if you're able to keep that tea for 3 years, then you can use it as medicine. The properties that it have are very concentrated, and it's a beautiful thing. And you can use it to, alleviate your body of symptoms, whatever, if you're doing traditional Chinese medicine. After 7 years, that tea becomes treasure. The flavor is so potent, so amazing, so beautiful that it becomes its own thing. I haven't had many aged white teas like I've had other types. And this has been a good year for me to try other types of tea, especially aged ones. It's been, I don't know, a recurring theme. I've had plenty. So I saw an opportunity to try a white tea from a very, very good producer, a famous producer, a national living treasure level producer, aged 11 years now, so well beyond the treasure status. And the thing is, have to buy it without trying it. And that burns me often whenever I have that situation. You gotta try this, you have to buy a kilogram sort of thing. What can go wrong though? Because, look, I've had Shou Mei teas maybe less than 10 times. It's not a style I focus on. And of all of those times, it's really only once that I loved it. But I never had it aged. It's only been 1 year. And And the time I loved it, it was a very unique cultivar, one that I know I like already. So whether it's actually a black tea or a white tea or even a GABA oolong tea, this cultivar tastes great. So I don't think it's because it was Shou Mei. But this year I felt I really like Mudan picking. And especially, well, since 2020, I really like Mudan. And I expect Shou Mei is going to be even a richer flavor than that. Especially aged. Especially based on the tasting I've done this year with aged teas. Especially because of my kind of recent infatuation with white tea. So I took a leap of faith and I bought a kilogram of it, and it's like more expensive than almost every tea that I have. This low quality bullshit white tea. We'll see. Hopefully it's great. I hope it's gonna change my life. I hope I like it enough that I'm actually able to sell it to people in good faith. I don't sell tea in bad faith. So that's it. That's the story. This guy hates me forever. I buy a tea to prove him wrong. What a crazy world. Bye for now.